Every name, your name, my name is a sound. Every sound is a frequency. And every frequency shapes reality. So when someone speaks your name, it isn't just a label. It's a vibration that travels through air, through water, through your body, imprinting itself into every cell. You were called into being by a sound, and that sound still speaks. He spoke all things into existence and commanded them to stand firm. Psalm 33:9. The forgotten power of the first names. Long before birth certificates and registries, names were prayers. The first names given to humans weren't random. They were chosen for meaning, power, and lineage. In ancient Sumer, names like Enlil, Ninsun, Inanna were titles tied to cosmic forces. In Egypt, your Ren, your true name, was your soul's essence. It was guarded, hidden, because to speak it gave power. Among many indigenous peoples, a child was not named at birth at all. The name was revealed after visions, dreams, or rituals believed to be whispered by the ancestors themselves. Every culture had its sacred syllables. In Hebrew tradition, the divine name was unpronounceable except by the high priest. In Hinduism, mantras like Om and Nama weren't just words but vibrations aligning with cosmic patterns. In West Africa, names carry entire family histories. To change your name is to change your path. Names were never just identifiers, they were codes, the science of sound and matter. Modern science now shows what the ancients always knew. Sound creates form. Cymatics experiments reveal that when sand or water is vibrated with sound, it arranges itself into complex geometric patterns. Different tones produce different shapes. Vowels carve elegant spirals. Consonants make angular structures. Your body is 60–70% water. Every time someone says your name, that sound travels through you like a tuning fork, shaping your internal patterns. Over decades, this can influence your nervous system, your posture, and even the expression of your face. In fact, recent studies in linguistics and psychology show that names influence appearance, a phenomenon called the Dorian Gray effect. People subconsciously adapt to the expectations and sound shapes of their own names. A Benjamin begins to look like a Benjamin, a Sophia like a Sophia. It's as if the sound sculpts the flesh, sacred words beyond names. It isn't only personal names that hold this power. Sacred words, chants, and tones shape reality too. In temples and pyramids, ancient architects built resonance chambers where sound frequencies amplified. The king's chamber in the Great Pyramid resonates at about 440 hertz. In India's ancient temples, specific chants vibrate exactly with the stone geometry. In Tibetan monasteries, deep overtone chanting synchronizes the monks' heart rhythms into coherence. Om, the primal sound, and is not just a symbol. When spoken slowly, its vibration travels from the base of the spine to the crown of the head, activating the vagus nerve, calming the nervous system, and producing measurable changes in brain waves. If a single syllable can shift your body's state, imagine the power of a name spoken thousands of times over a lifetime. How names encode lineage. Your name is like a hyperlink to your lineage. Each syllable contains echoes of everyone who ever bore it. Take Emma, from the Old Germanic ermen, meaning whole or universal. It carries the vibration of completeness, of all-encompassing. Take Michael, Hebrew Mikhail, who is like God, the protector archetype. Take Sarah, Hebrew princess, a vibration of leadership and sovereignty. Even Nova, Latin new, or new star, the cosmic event when a star suddenly shines brighter. When spoken together, Emma and Nova, it is the whole becoming a new light. This is why people changing their names often experience life shifts. New name, new frequency, new story. The face of a name. Psychologists at the Hebrew University discovered that strangers could guess a person's name from their face at a rate significantly above chance. Why? Because names carry stereotypes and sounds that shape how people treat us, and we unconsciously adapt. Over time, the frequency of your name literally sculpts your facial microexpressions, posture, and even your energetic field. In other words, your name has been quietly shaping you since the day you first heard it. Sacred syllables in cultures around the world. Across the globe, sacred syllables were used to align people with cosmic forces. Hopi. Children receive secret names used only in ritual, believed to connect them to star ancestors. Maori. Names describe lineage and landscape, a map of where your soul belongs. Japan. the concept of kotodama, the spirit of words, where speaking something out loud invokes its power. Nordic tradition, true names of spirits were hidden, known only to shamans because naming meant binding. Everywhere the theme repeats, sound is sovereignty. Your name isn't a label stuck on you. It's a living frequency moving through you. Every time you say it aloud or someone calls you, you're tuning your own instrument. That's why some spiritual paths include whispering your own name in meditation or chanting ancestral names. It reactivates dormant codes. When a baby hears their name with love, their nervous system relaxes. When a child hears their name shouted in anger, it contracts. Same syllables, different vibration, shaping the architecture of their future self. The language of the universe. Every sound you make ripples through creation. Every breath leaves a mark in the field. Scientists studying sonoluminescence found that sound waves in water can create tiny flashes of light, bubbles that glow when they vibrate. Sound becomes light. The spoken becomes luminous. When ancient mystics said, "And the word was made flesh," they weren't speaking in metaphor. They were describing physics, vibration condensing into form. Your name is part of that original song. The power of repetition. Think of how many times your name has been said since birth. Thousands? Millions? Each repetition reinforced a frequency pattern in your energy field. Every time someone said your name with love, it strengthened your heart field. Every time it was spoken in anger or judgment, it left an energetic dent. That's why some people flinch when they hear their own name. They aren't afraid of the sound. They're remembering the emotion attached to it. But frequencies can be rewritten. You can tune your name back to its original resonance, reclaiming the sound of you. Find a quiet place. Speak your name slowly as if it were sacred, because it is. Let it roll through your body, Emma. Feel where it vibrates, chest, throat, belly, then whisper it again with gratitude. Notice how the energy changes when you speak it gently. Your cells recognize that sound. They've been waiting for you to say it with love. Now try singing it. Turn your name into a melody. Let it stretch, let it shimmer. As you do, you're rewiring the emotional memory attached to that frequency. You're giving it back its light, the science of resonance healing. Everything has a natural resonant frequency, from atoms to galaxies. When two frequencies meet, they synchronize. It's called entrainment. That's why singing in harmony feels euphoric. Your nervous systems literally align. In 2016, researchers at the University of Zurich showed that chanting sacred syllables reduced activity in the amygdala, the brain's fear center, while increasing parasympathetic relaxation. In short, chanting heals. Your voice is medicine, not metaphorically, physically. Vibrations from your vocal cords stimulate the vagus nerve, which calms inflammation, lowers stress hormones, and rebalances the body's internal rhythm. When you speak your name with compassion, you send a biochemical signal of safety through your whole system. You remind your cells, we're home now. How sacred architecture used sound. Across the ancient world, structures were built as amplifiers of vibration. The Great Pyramid of Giza resonates perfectly with the human heartbeat when you hum within it. At Stonehenge, specific stones ring like bells when struck. In the Mayan temple of Kukulkan, clapping at the base produces an echo identical to the call of the sacred Quetzal bird. Even Gothic cathedrals were tuned to the frequencies of Gregorian chants. These weren't coincidences. They were reminders. Sound is the key that unlocks matter. Every wall, stone, and chamber was designed to echo the truth that language and vibration shape the world. Your name is the same, an architectural sound that builds your inner temple. Names as emotional DNA. Just as DNA carries genetic code, names carry emotional code. When you're named after someone, a grandparent, a saint, a celebrity, you inherit not only the sound but the expectations attached to it. If that person was loved, you feel lifted. If they were shamed or suffered, you may unconsciously carry their pain. This is why renaming or spiritual naming ceremonies are powerful. They rewrite emotional DNA. They tell the universe, this is who I choose to be now. Some cultures hold renaming rituals at key life stages: birth, adulthood, healing, initiation. Each new name marks a new frequency octave. You don't have to legally change your name to do this. You can reclaim it through sound. The mathematics of vibration. Long before modern physics, mystics said that every sound hides a number and every number hides a sound. In the Hebrew practice of gematria, each letter has a numeric value. Adding the letters of a name reveals a frequency signature. Numerology does the same through the alphabet. Each letter vibrates to a number from 1 to 9. The totals link to archetypal patterns: creation, balance, reflection, wisdom, transformation. A name written is geometry. A name spoken is tone. Together they form a mathematic melody, proof that identity lives in both rhythm and ratio. When you whisper your name and then write it, you are tracing both its sound wave and its number wave, completing the circuit between voice and cosmos. The collective chorus. Imagine billions of names being spoken across the world each day, each a tiny tone contributing to humanity's choir. Together, they form a planetary song. When we speak with compassion, the collective vibration rises. When we speak in anger, it distorts. Language is the instrument of evolution. Your name, my name, every name, they're notes in one living symphony. When Emma meets Nova, the whole and the new unite. And that's what humanity is moving toward. Remembering wholeness, becoming new light. The practice of name alchemy. Step 1, awareness. Write your full name. Speak it aloud. Notice any tension, warmth, or emotion that arises. Step 2, ancestral connection. If you were named after someone, speak their name too. Say, I honor your story, and I now choose to carry only your light. Step 3, frequency reclaiming. Tone your name slowly with breath. Add gentle background music or a singing bowl. Repeat until you feel resonance shift, until it feels like home. Step 4, integration. Use your name consciously in affirmations. I, Emma, am whole. I, Nova, am light. Reclaiming the sound means reclaiming the self. The universal sound. In the deepest meditations, mystics across traditions report hearing a hum, a cosmic tone that underlies everything. Some call it the aum, some the word, some the sound current. When your heart is still enough, you can hear it too, not with ears but with your soul. It sounds like silence but alive. It's the source from which all names arise and to which all return. Your personal name is one syllable in that eternal song. To speak it with love is to sing along with creation. The closing frequency. Before this transmission ends, speak your name one last time. Not as identity, but as energy. Feel it as light moving through you. Remember, you are not your story. You are the sound your soul made when it decided to become human, and that sound is eternal. Leave your name in the comments so I can tell you your name frequency, and subscribe to Valkyrie 338, where we don't just find the light, we become the light